My professor failed me over a missing cover page, so I made his daughter name her baby after me. He ruined my life with a red pen and a smug smile. It started with a paper I'd worked on for weeks, my final project in his ethics course. It was flawless, cited, structured, passionate, but I forgot the cover page, just the cover page. When I got it back, grade F, comment, no exceptions. Instructions matter. That one F dragged my GPA below the threshold. I lost my scholarship, had to drop out of my senior year with over $12,000 in debt. I went to his office, tried to talk. He didn't even flinch. He said, deadlines are life, college is practice. Consider this your lesson. So I learned. I learned where he lived, that he had a wife who was a trauma counselor, and a daughter, Liv, a junior at our university, pre-med, bright, new to campus, pretty, and completely unaware of the nuclear fallout her dad had just triggered. She and I ended up in the same sociology elective after I re-enrolled part-time. She sat next to me on the first day. I didn't plan that part, but I leaned in. We studied together, laughed, connected. She told me her dad was a professor, but I played dumb. She didn't know what department. She didn't care. She wasn't close to him. He's kind of obsessive, she said. Always right, even when he's wrong. We started dating. When Redmond saw us on campus one afternoon, his face collapsed in on itself. He pulled her aside. That night, she called me crying. He'd interrogated her about me, demanded she stop seeing me, said I was manipulative, said I disrespected authority. She moved out of his house that week. We got closer. I never rushed anything. I didn't have to. She was kind, loving, independent, and she knew something was off about her father, even if she couldn't name it. 6 months in, she told me she was pregnant. I froze, not because I wasn't ready, but because suddenly the universe had handed me something I never expected, a choice. I asked her what she wanted to do. She said she wanted to keep it. I stayed by her side. At the family meeting where she told her parents, Professor Redmond sat silent for almost a minute. Then he stood up and walked out, didn't say a word. His wife apologized for him. 9 months later, our son was born. We named him Elijah, my full name. It was her idea. She said, if he wants nothing to do with this baby, let's make sure he never forgets who the father is. When she showed her parents the birth certificate, Redmond finally spoke. Is this a joke? She said, no, it's karma. He stormed out again. But this time, his wife followed him and then divorced him, because here's what Liv didn't know, what I later found out from her mom, over coffee, a year later. Her dad didn't just fail me. He'd been failing students for years, specifically first-gen, low-income, or minority students. The ethics board had gotten complaints, but no one ever followed through until me. Because I didn't just become a dad, I became a problem. While raising my son, I spent late nights gathering records, student testimonies, and filing official complaints. I worked with the university ombudsman. I pulled up past lawsuits he'd buried in red tape. When the investigation launched, he was still grading papers like nothing would ever touch him, but he forgot something. I had time, I had patience, and now I had a kid with his last name and my first. When the university fired him for ethics violations and patterns of discriminatory grading, he appealed it, but my name, my literal name, was on the documents as the lead complainant. Now every time he opens his inbox, every time he checks his mail, every time he hears Elijah, he hears me. He failed me over a piece of paper. So I wrote my name on one he'll never escape. He left the university, his tenure, and his reputation behind. I boxed up his last letter, labeled the box, returned to sender.